emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit-chat. Great.
Be fine. As long as there's no bloodsuckers or something. Oh crap. Hold on, I gotta fix something.
Roger that.
Yeah, anyway, so I guess there's some weird little glitch there with one of the mods. Basically, you talk to them, and then for some reason the game turns your gun invisible. But you can go back into the options and turn it back visible, which is pretty important if you actually want to shoot things.
Glad to see you. At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment.
Okay, so we just got issued some gear. So I have the rifle here that I came in with. I have a detector here, and I'll get into that in a minute. Got me a pistol, and I have me a sawed-off shotgun, which is actually, I think, not going to be too bad. Except it doesn't seem to have any recoil on it. Well, I guess I'll just have to deal with that. What about the pistol? That has a little bit. Okay, so I have to talk to this guy.
You have my full attention.
This is kind of a new thing for
Stalker, what do you want?
Shut up! For the stalkers. Or, not for the stalkers, for the stalker games. That guy's a guide. So I go talk to him. Why is the game slowing down so much? Anyway, I talk to him and he'll take me places. This guy is a trader. Or not a trader, I'm an idiot. And he is a mechanic.
You heard the health signal from the second outpost, right? Remember, to be a good shooter,
so as you can see,
at the right time.
Wait, I can already repair it? Oh, because I did shoot. So let's see, I have 199 rubles, which is like pocket change. And I can upgrade my guns, which is actually something really cool about the Stalker game, or about Clear Sky. So basically, if I wanted to, I could actually go through pretty much the entire game with this AK-74, but I probably won't do that because that'd be kind of boring. So I'll try to change it every now and then.
You have my full attention.
Oh, no, he won't talk to me if I have that out. Alright, so let's get going. I'm ready. Yeah, just whatever, let's go. Wait, stop touching me. Okay, so these are the swamps.
There are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
Okay, and one of the staples of the Stalker series is anomalies. Let's go ahead and pull out the detector too. So this is a bolt. See, it's a bolt. And the thing on my left is a detector. Use bolts to find a safe path. See that beeping? That means I'm near an anomaly. So, okay, that beeping on the detector.
Oh, by the way,
shut
you
up!
can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Alright, finally. Anyway, so that beeping is, it shows me like the direction it's in, and the closer I'm getting, the more it beeps. The bolts, as you can see, show me where the anomalies are, and what I picked up was an artifact. This one's called the jellyfish. It's actually a very nice artifact, because it means radiation -2. And again, we'll get into that later. Ow! That was an anomaly. They hurt like crap. At least for now, because my current suit is basically a jacket. Ah! Haha!
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
What monsters? There's nothing here. Oh, there they are. These are wild boars. Oh, and if I didn't mention before, all this stuff takes place around the Chernobyl area of the Ukraine. And so all this stuff is kind of like horribly mutated and whatnot. So these are boars. Okay. First mission completed.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Ah. That's an emission. See all the poor little birdies? You know what happens to birds when they fly in a horrible storm of radioactive death? Gee, I don't know. Let's watch. Alright, so presumably that was another mission, and again we survived, even though we should be dead. Oh, I must be overclocking his computer. What's on there? Controller, dog, flash, mutant boar. Oh, that's a cool little... Basically, that's a list of the monster types in the game, or at least some of them. Let's see. Need to talk to Lebedev, and he is over here. So let us talk to him. Hello.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bienpolev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Yeah, who wants to live forever?
A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher.
Okay, just to catch people up who have not played Shadow of Chernobyl, or have not watched a Let's Play of Shadow of Chernobyl, I also did one of those, by the way. So the brain scorcher and the zone and all that sort of stuff is actually the result of a group of people whose minds are merged together into something called the sea consciousness, and they were trying to make world peace, and instead they made the horrible place known as the zone. And so basically they devote all their time to trying to fix the zone, and so it is actually the people, or the sea consciousness, keeping people out of certain places.